Prepare for Nerdgasm. Hey, what's up Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacules, with an unboxing of my iPhone 5 32GB. It's funny, today I went into the Apple store to buy this and it took all of about 5 or 10 minutes. I just walked in and said, hey, I want an iPhone 5. They asked me my carrier, my phone number, handed me the box, made me give them an absorbent amount of money, and I left. So the buying experience was actually pretty good. And then my old phone that it's replacing right here is my iPhone 4. It's not even a 4S, so I'm a couple generations behind. And you can see that I have a case on here called a juice pack that gives you an additional battery life on the old one. This will not work with the iPhone 5 because the dimensions have changed, so I'm waiting for Juicebox to come out with another one. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. When I bought the phone, I didn't realize that they went ahead and activated it on site, so if you do go buy one of these phones and you have it activated in the store but you don't take it out of the box, realize your phone will just stop working. No service. Had to find that out the hard way. But and I didn't want to take it out of the box because I wanted to unbox it for you guys. So I was basically without cell phone for like 6 hours because I wanted to basically unbox this for you guys. So when I fire it up, I'm sure I'll have all kinds of messages from people wondering where the hell I was at when I fell off the planet. So there we go, we got the cellophane off. Typical iPhone box. I mean, probably the dimensions are a little bit different, but it looks the same as every other iPhone I've owned since the first generation. So let's go ahead and pop it open. You can see right there on the top, indented in, is the phone. Go ahead and pull it out. The first thing I'll tell you, holy crap is this thing lightweight. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. The weight on it is definitely lighter than this guy, and I'll show you with the pack on. You can see the phone is just a little bit shorter than my old one with the pack on, so let's go ahead and take the pack off. This thing's a pain in the ass to get off. It's the only thing I don't like about it. I mean, it's designed to really form fit the phone. Okay, there we go, it's almost out. Hopefully I can do this without destroying the old phone. I'd like to sell it. Come on. There we go. We're out. So there's the old phone right there. And there's the new 5. You can see it's actually not that much taller. It's a little bit thinner. I mean, not a tremendous amount, but you know, a little bit. I like the coloring on it. I like the black bezel around the outside. That's pretty cool. Go ahead and pull off the clear cellophane. You can see the back now is metal, you know, whereas it used to be glass. The weight difference is more than significant. I guess it's hard to illustrate on a camera, but I can tell you right now, this new iPhone 5 weighs a fraction of what the iPhone 4 did. Not really sure how they did that. Maybe glass is just that heavy. I mean, having a glass back on it, but no, it's incredibly light. It almost feels like when you pick up an electronic device and there's no battery in it. So, but we know that not to be the case. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Guess I gotta hold it in. There we go. We have our Apple logo. Here's the old phone for comparison. The screen is quite a bit bigger, but not as much as you'd think. I mean, it's not a huge upgrade. If you're content with your iPhone you have right now, you might as well just stick with it. Unless there's some specific feature this has. Like this has the 4G LTE, but they said at the store that they restricted to 3 gigabytes, and then even on the unlimited plan, which I'm grandfathered in on, they restricted to 3 gigabytes, and then after that, then they back you off to 3G speed. Okay, let's go ahead and swipe it. Wants to know what language I want. English sounds good to me. See, United States, that's cool. Wants me to choose a network. Let's go ahead and connect to my home network. Now, the one thing I noticed is it still only picks up my 2.4 gigahertz network. So not even the iPhone 5 appears to notice 5 gigahertz networks. So let's go ahead and just connect to my 4G network. Go ahead and enter my password. Alright, it's joining my wireless network using my password. And there we go. We are on Wi-Fi. Next. Okay, now it's activating my iPhone. Location services, yes, I'd like to enable those. In case my phone's ever stolen, I can track it down. Next. Okay, choose setups. Let's see. Choose to set up new iPhone or restore from backup. Oh wow, okay, so I can restore from my iCloud backup. That'll be cool, so I can just get all the features that I had originally. So now it wants my Apple ID and password. Okay, there we go, terms and conditions. I agree, Steve Jobs. You can make me into human centipede. If you ever watched that South Park episode. Alright, agree. Okay, it may take up to a few minutes to set up your Apple ID. Choose a backup. Let's see, December 10th, December 16th. So my latest iPhone backup was on December 10th. That's fine, that seems pretty recent. And now it's restoring my backup. This operation is obviously going to take forever because I had probably 8 or 10 gigs of data backed up. Or I think it was like, no, maybe it was 5 gigs of data was backed up. I forget how much I had backed up to the cloud, but it was always bitching at me saying I was out of space. So here you can kind of see compared side by side. The screen on the 4 looks brighter, but only because I have the brightness turned up. I haven't tweaked any settings on this yet. But the first thing you notice, the blacks are really, really deep on the new screen. The Retina display definitely delivers on its promise of you cannot see a pixel. If you look close enough on this screen, you actually can see pixels. You have to try pretty damn hard though. On this, no, it seriously looks like just all the letters and everything just look like drawing. Okay, so for restoring settings, it says there's only about 4 minutes left. So we'll just go ahead and let that continue. It looks like it's got a decent charge on the battery, about 80%, so we're not in imminent danger of losing battery through this process, which is nice. I like it when you get electronics, you don't have to plug them in for 6 hours before you use them. So again, we'll go ahead and just set those two side by side. Again, definitely I'm shocked at how lightweight the 5 is. I mean, this feels like a brick now. It still feels solid, but it's deceiving because it feels a lot lighter than it should be. Looking at the back, looks like they put some more space between the camera and the flash. That's one thing I noticed. It also looks like on this they have a microphone on the back of it, probably for better audio quality when you're doing videos, which will be great because I like using my phone for doing some of the videos that I post just because it's convenient, especially for the vlog stuff. And flipping around the front, it looks like they moved the camera to above the earpiece, so now the camera's absolutely centered on the phone instead of offset to the side. I like that. That's pretty cool. Other than that, all the controls look identical. On the sides, the buttons for volume and mute and all that stuff, they're all in exactly the same place. The SIM card slot tray looks different, so I'm sure, again, they're probably using a nano SIM or a micro SIM or something. They seem to change the SIM card constantly to keep getting it smaller and smaller. You got the power button on the top, and then the other difference, of course, you've seen from the TV commercials, is now the headphone jack is on the bottom, and they switched to this new Thunder port, which they showed me at the store, which I actually thought was pretty cool. They don't really talk about it in the commercial much, but we can finish here. Let's finish the rest of the unboxing here before I get too far off pack. So it comes with standard little charging outlet to convert it to USB. Then it comes with the Thunder cable right here. Looks like it's about 3 feet long. You can see on the end there has this proprietary connector. And then on the proprietary connector, the cool thing is you can plug it in either way. You can plug it in like that, or you can pull it out, flip it around, and plug it in like that. So now, like the laptop MagSafe cable, you can actually you don't have to figure out which way it goes in. You can just grab it and literally just jam it in the bottom of the phone, and you're good to go. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just set that up. It also came with their fancy new earbuds. I haven't used these yet, but a lot of reviews say that they're good. I actually have really decent headphones. I've got some Bose Quiet Comfort headphones and some other ones, so I don't really use earbuds a lot, but I guess if you're going to go work out at the gym or something like that, they're probably pretty convenient. Let's see if we can break in here. The packaging on them is really stellar. I mean, they actually come in a glass carrying case that I'm sure you can reuse for storing them. Let's go ahead and pull them out of here. Alright, I'm obviously doing this wrong. Got to get this started. There we go. So this just unwinds. And you got a set of earbuds. And it looks like they positioned the volume up, volume down, and microphone controls right down from the earpiece. So they're not as far down the cable as they used to be. So that's pretty cool. And then again, they plug into the bottom. Now, another perk of the new cable, and I'm kind of pissed off that they did a new cable because I have so many other accessories that I bought that use the old style like 30-pin cable. But they did sell me an adapter. I don't have it readily available here, but you can get an adapter at the store that plugs into the bottom of the device and makes it the old style connector. The problem is it might not work so well with iPads and things that have this connector, because the new iPads do have this connector. I picked up one of those today too. And it might not, the adapter doesn't seem like it would really support the weight of the device very well in most cradles, but I'm going to give it a try, and I'll get back to you guys on that. But now all the cables come out of the bottom. That's cool. The earpiece, the charging cable. You know, it seems to be a nice, neat little package. And let's see what else we've got. Looks like we've got the documentation and stuff in this little sleeve. You have some Apple stickers, which I don't literally put these on anything because nothing in the man cave is Apple. Let me be absolutely clear. I cannot stand Mac OS X. I have a MacBook Pro 17-inch. And I rarely use OS X for anything. I absolutely cannot stand it. I am a Windows guy all the way. Everything in the man cave is PC. The reason I use iPhone is, you know, I got introduced to it at you know, an early point in its development. I just got accustomed to how it stored data, how it worked, the applications. You guys know that I'm multifaceted. I have all devices. I have Microsoft devices, probably first and foremost. I have Android devices. I have Apple devices. I like to expose myself to all technology. You guys can even see here one of my old phones. This is my HTC Surround, which is a Windows Phone 7.5 that I used. And I actually developed Angry Sharks with the rest of my team on this phone. So I actually really like that phone. But this is just something that I got hooked on early on that, you know, Apple, they did a good job on it. I mean, there's a reason why it's, you know, it's definitely a market leader right now. And hopefully, you know, with Steve Jobs gone, they'll keep it together, but I'm not too hopeful. Now that Steve Jobs is out of the picture, might as well enjoy it while it lasts, because I think it's going to turn to shit over the next couple of years. We'll see, though. We'll see. That's just my opinion. So in here, we got typical documentation. Talks about photos, Safari Maps, Apple's and iTunes Store, how to use the features of the phone. Obviously, I'm not going to read that. I've used enough iPhones, and they're pretty good about not changing things a whole bunch. So it should be just as easy to use as the old one. Here's hoping anyways. But there you guys go. There's a simple unboxing. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's done. Nope. Still got 2 minutes left according to it. So let's go ahead and let that clock run out and get it done restoring the settings, and we'll wrap up this unboxing. Okay guys, I figured, well, that was finishing restoring my backup, which again is actually really cool that it just does that for you. I have the lightning adapter. So this is the lightning to 30-pin adapter that I bought. I think it was 30 bucks, which is an absolute ridiculous price, but that's Apple. They price gouge the shit out of you. I'm sure you can probably pick this up like in the next week or two off mono price for $2.99. But I needed it because I like to charge my phone on my dock next to my bed. I have like one of those Bose sound docks. I don't even think it's Bose. It's some other company, but I do have a sound dock. Let's pull this out. Oh wow, this adapter is actually quite small. So here's the adapter. And then the idea is you can put the adapter in the phone like this and then put the device on your dock. Now, actually that feels like that's a really solid connection. You can see right there the phone is actually hanging horizontally from it, and it doesn't feel like it's going to break off. So they actually, I guess they did really design that thing to be strong. So that's cool. So that means that now I can just put that on my dock, and now my dock's compatible with this new device. Just put it on there and then put that on the dock and you should be good to go. But $29. I mean, are you shitting me for... Oh, it's the little things. It's the little things, guys. So there we go. Less than a minute to restoring the backup. And this thing's actually been a workhorse. This is a 32 gig iPhone 4 that I've had since, I think it was a couple weeks after launch. I never buy anything on launch day, as you guys might have noticed on my channel, because I'm just not big on standing in lines for 12 hours and camping out and shit, and, you know, cooking weenies and roasting marshmallows and making friends while waiting to buy electronics. It's just not my thing. So I wait until the lines and the demand dies down a little bit, and then I swoop in if I like it and try it out. So, but this phone, I never did do the 4S. This is the original 4, and it's been a workhorse. I've never had a problem with it. The thing's been dropped numerous times. You know, it's been through the ringer. It's got some mild scratching on the front and the back, but that's pretty typical for a phone that you just throw in your pocket. Honestly, I would just throw this in my pocket with my keychain and everything. And it's held up really good. So I actually had a lot of respect for the phone's build quality, because when I first got it and saw this glass, I was like, this ain't gonna last. This is gonna break. Oh wow, I just started up some song. No, turn off. I do not want to listen to that. Stop. Don't want the YouTube police coming after me. So you can see it still works great. Nothing's failed on it. The speakers still work. Everything just works fine. So not a lot of cell phones have I had can I say that about. Usually the batteries get wonky in them after a couple of years, and they just become a pain to use. This thing's actually been, you know, a gem. I haven't really had any problems with it. I haven't had to reboot it a whole lot. It doesn't crash a whole lot. It's actually pretty decent. So that's why I decided, why not, I'll grab another one. So it looks like it said we're restored. So let's go ahead and slide to log in. Okay, it says my iPhone was restored successfully. Just a few steps to follow. Okay, so continue. Continue. Alright, what part of continue don't you understand? There we go. You only have to push it 20 times. Okay, so it needs my Apple ID password. Okay, there we go. It's happy. Now it says it's updating iCloud. It's got my personal information there. Okay, it's asking me if I want to use Siri or not use Siri. Well, Siri's something that I've never had because the iPhone 4 never had it. So of course, yes, I want to use Siri. Let's see. Register with Apple. Let's see. Register device. Yeah, sure. I'll stay up to date. Okay, my iPhone is now set up. Start using it. And there we go. It says I have a passcode requirement. That's fine. And I do, so I'm going to set that. It's asking me for all my passwords and stuff again. And there we go. Look at that. It's downloading all of my apps right now. And they're all in the right spot where they're supposed to be. So that's a really easy phone upgrade, when all you have to do is take it out of the box, power it on, configure your Wi-Fi, and it goes and downloads all your information and everything. That is really cool. I'm going to see if it automatically set up my email. Yep, it sure did. All my stuff's here. I got my Exchange Mail, my Gmail, all that stuff all set up for me. So, you know, restoring from the backup appears to work just fine. So there it is right there. It's downloading all of my apps. And I should be able to just lock the device now, wake it up, slide. It's going to ask me for my code. That's awesome. And everything looks and feels the same. So it says, okay, can Siri help you? Yeah, sure. Let's try out Siri. We'll go ahead and turn up the volume here. Guess you just hold this button. Hey Siri, what is the best YouTube channel? Would you like me to search for what is the best YouTube channel? No, I don't. Alright, well Siri sucks so far. Here, we'll ask it again. What is the best YouTube channel?
Let me check on that. Would you like me to search the web for what is the best YouTube channel?
Well, at least it understands what I'm saying. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's try something else. Who's the coolest person on Earth?
Let me think about that. Would you like me to search the web for is the coolest person on Earth?
God, what happened to all the cheeky responses it used to have? I remember my friend's house, we'd get drunk and ask it questions, and it would give us funny answers. What is the meaning of life?
I can't answer that. Ha ha.
Alright, well let's try another one. Where do I find Chuck Norris?
I would prefer not to say.
Okay, there we go. That's a little bit of a funny response. So I'll play around with Siri a little bit. See if I can find my thing. Open Barnacules Nerdgasm YouTube page.
Searching the web for YouTube.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Barnacules Nerdgasm.
I can't search for things near businesses. Sorry about that.
Alright, apparently I'm not popular enough to have an entry in Siri's database, but still pretty cool. Alright, well guys, that concludes the unboxing. This is actually a really, really easy device to just buy. If you have an iPhone already anyways. If you don't, then you have to go through the whole setup process. But it was pretty easy to just pull it out of the box, turn it on, answer a couple of questions, and now it's got, you know, all of my same applications. At least they're downloading right now. That'll take a little while. But it's got all the same applications and everything's where it should be. So no complaints so far. I'll use it for a couple of weeks and then we'll do a follow-up video if you guys are interested. Alright guys, well I hope this gave you a nerdgasm. maybe now if I've got enough time, I'll go unbox that iPad I picked up today. Honestly, I didn't really need a new iPad. I just got one because I'm going to give my dad my old one because I gave him a laptop and he cannot make heads or tails out of it. I need to give him a device that he absolutely cannot mess up no matter how hard he tries. Alright guys, well, until next time. iPhone 5.